50,000 years ago, you were prey. Before cities. Before civilization. Before we learned to fear us, the world belonged to giants. 11-foot bears that ran 40 miles per hour. Saber-toothed cats with 9-inch fangs. Pack hunters that never stopped pursuing. Tonight, 12 Ice Age killers that could end your life in seconds. Some were predators. Some were herbivores. All of them were deadly, including us. Stay until number 1. The final creature will make you grateful for every ancestor who survived the ice. 50,000 years ago, Earth was a killing field. The Pleistocene Epoch. An age of giants where everything was bigger, stronger, deadlier. Early humans. We were barely surviving. No metal weapons. No domesticated animals. No permanent shelters. Just stone tools, fire, and desperate intelligence against creatures evolution had spent millions of years perfecting. We shared this frozen world with creatures that could kill us with a single swipe, charge, or bite. The archaeological record is brutal. Human bones with predator bite marks. Caves littered with our remains. These are the 12 deadliest killers that terrorized our ancestors. Some hunted us. Some trampled us. Some crushed us by accident. All of them could end us. Starting with a giant that could kick you to death. Number 12. Procoptodon, the giant short-faced kangaroo. You wake up to movement outside your shelter. It's over 10 feet tall. Nearly 500 pounds of pure muscle. Modern kangaroos weigh 120 pounds. Procoptodon was 4 times heavier. Those legs could deliver kicks with over 2,000 pounds of force, enough to shatter rib cages and crush skulls. Early Australian humans learned quickly. Approach the giant kangaroo, and it would approach you back, with lethal intent. But giant kangaroos were just the beginning. Number 11. Glyptodon *, a 2-ton armored killing machine. Imagine an armadillo the size of a small car. Now give it a spiked club tail and an attitude problem. That tail weighed over 100 pounds, and swung like a medieval mace. One hit would pulverize human bones. Stone spears bounced off harmlessly. And if you wandered into its territory, it didn't run away, it charged. Some archaeological sites show crushed bones and destroyed settlements near Glyptodon remains. Coincidence? Maybe not. *, 2-ton tanks were terrifying. But the next giant had 12 feet of razor-sharp bone. Number 10. Megaloceros, the Irish elk with antlers spanning 12 feet. Not actually Irish. Not actually an elk. But definitely deadly. Those antlers span 12 feet and weighed around 90 pounds each. Sharp as spears. Male Megaloceros were violently territorial during mating season. They viewed humans as threats to be eliminated. Some cave art appears to show humans being gored by massive antlers, lifted off the ground and shaken like rag dolls, the equivalent of being attacked by a moose carrying 12-foot spears. But territorial. Giants pale compared to the next creature's blind fury. Number 9. Coelodonta, the woolly rhinoceros with a hair-trigger temper. 6 feet tall, 12 feet long, over 3 tons of armored muscle and fury. That front horn, nearly 3 feet of solid bone, sharp enough to pierce mammoth hide. Here's what made them deadly. Terrible eyesight, but explosive aggression. They charged first and asked questions. Never. Human hunting parties would unknowingly stumble into rhino territory. The slightest movement triggered a 3-ton freight train of death. Some human remains from this period show puncture wounds consistent with rhino horn damage. Clean through the torso. Blind charges were lethal. But the next giant had claws longer than kitchen knives. Number 8. Megatherium, the giant ground sloth that wasn't slow or gentle. When it reared up on its hind legs, it towered over 20 feet tall. Over 2 tons of muscle. Claws like machetes. Those claws stretched nearly 3 feet. Designed for stripping bark, perfectly capable of stripping flesh. Megatherium was defensive, not aggressive. But when threatened, it became a towering nightmare of slashing death. One swipe could disembowel a human. Another could decapitate. Early humans learned, never corner a giant sloth. It doesn't stay gentle long. 20-foot defensive killers were nightmares. But the next predator invaded your home. Number 7. Crocuta spelaea, the cave hyena that stole your shelter. 30% larger than modern hyenas. Jaws that could crack mammoth bones. Bite force estimated over 1,100 pounds per square inch. Strong enough to crush human skulls, like walnuts. But here's the nightmare. They wanted the same caves humans needed for survival. Winter meant death without shelter. Cave hyenas meant death with shelter. Many cave sites contain both human and hyena remains mixed together. Evidence of territorial battles for survival in the dark. Cave invaders were territorial nightmares. But the next giant was 11 feet of pure muscle and teeth. Number 6. Ursus spelaeus, the cave bear that owned the underground. 11 feet tall on hind legs. 1,500 pounds of muscle and teeth. A skull, twice the size of a human head. Canines the size of railroad spikes. Cave bears weren't typically aggressive, but they controlled the best caves. the deepest, warmest, safest shelters. When winter came, humans had a choice: freeze outside or fight an RNW 500-pound giant. For shelter, many chose to fight. Most didn't survive. 11-foot giants controlled shelter. But the next killer hunted in coordinated packs. How do we know all this? The Brea Tar Pits in Los Angeles. Over 100,000 bones. 600 species, including humans. Human remains, mixed with predator remains. Bite marks on human bones. Puncture wounds in skulls. Cave art, across Europe and Asia showing massive animals alongside humans. And dozens of cave sites where human and predator bones are found together, not buried. Mixed. Evidence of territorial conflict, predation, survival. We're not guessing. We're reading the fossil record. And it tells a story of terror. 5 down, 7 to go. And the deadliest are still ahead. Number 5. Homotherium *, the scimitar cat that revolutionized pack hunting. Over 7 feet long. Around 400 pounds. Saber-teeth-like curved daggers. But unlike other saber-tooth cats, Homotherium hunted in packs, coordinated, intelligent, relentless. They used pack tactics against megafauna. Against humans, it was overkill. One cat could kill a human. A pack could eliminate entire tribes. Some fossil sites in Texas contain human remains near Homotherium bones. Evidence suggests possible predation. Entire families may have been taken down by pack coordination. Pack hunting, saber-teeth were coordinated killers. But the next predator was even larger. Number 4. Panthera spelaea, the cave lion that made modern lions look small. Around 25% larger than modern lions. Over 700 pounds of pure predator. Modern male lions weigh 420 pounds. Cave lions weighed 700 pounds. They specialized in hunting large prey. To a cave lion, humans were bite-sized snacks. European cave art shows humans running from lions the size of small horses. Many researchers believe those paintings weren't artistic exaggeration. They were survival documentation. Some researchers have reported finding what may be human bone fragments near cave lion remains, suggesting we were, at least occasionally, on the menu. Supersized lions were apex predators, but the next creature could outrun a racehorse. Number 3. Arctodus, the short-faced bear that could run 40 miles per hour, 12 feet tall on its hind legs, over 2,000 pounds, and faster than any bear that ever lived. Those long legs weren't just for show. Arctodus could sprint at 40 miles per hour for short distances. Humans can run 15 miles per hour maximum. This bear was nearly 3 times faster. No escape. No outrunning. No hope once it decided you were prey. Fossil evidence from Brea Tar Pits shows human remains alongside Arctodus bones. They shared the same death trap. We were both prey and competitor. Imagine hunting mammoth with stone-tipped spears. You wound one. It collapses. And then you hear it behind you. Arctodus. Moving at speeds no human could match. Attracted by the smell of blood. And now you're the prey. 40-mile-per-hour death machines were nightmarish. But the next predator had 9-inch knives for teeth. Number 2. Smilodon, the saber-tooth cat with fangs longer than steak knives. 9-inch canine teeth. Built for puncturing throats and severing spines. Ambush predator. Patient, silent, deadly. They waited in trees, behind rocks, in tall grass. When humans passed beneath, death struck from above. Those fangs could penetrate 6 inches into flesh, deep enough to reach the brain through the skull. Brea fossils include human skulls with paired puncture wounds consistent with Smilodon fangs. Strong evidence of predation. Likely proof of ambush. Documentation of death. They didn't roar. Didn't announce their presence. Just waited. For hours. Days if necessary. Until someone wandered too far from the fire, and then it was over. No chase. No struggle. Just silence. 9-inch fangs were surgical killers. But the number 1 killer never stopped hunting. Number 1. Canis dirus, the dire wolf that never gave up. Around 25% larger than modern wolves. Over 110 pounds of muscle, endurance, and pack intelligence. Modern wolves weigh 80 pounds. Dire wolves weighed 110 pounds. But size wasn't what made them humanity's greatest predator. It was their pack coordination, their endurance, their absolute refusal to quit. Dire wolves could track humans for days, running in shifts, taking turns pursuing while packmates rested. Humans can sprint fast but tire quickly. Dire wolves ran slower but never stopped running. Brea Tar Pits contain more dire wolf fossils than any other predator. Over 4,000 individuals, and scattered among them, human bones with distinctive pack-feeding damage. They hunted us like we hunt deer today. Coordinated, patient, overwhelming. You'd see their tracks in the morning, following your trail from the day before. They didn't attack immediately. They studied, learned who was weak, who was injured, who wandered off alone. And when the moment came, they moved as one. Some drove you forward. Others cut off escape routes. The alpha went for the kill, the most successful predator. In Ice Age North America, we were their most challenging prey, which made us their favorite hunt. Every human alive today is descended from the ones who survived those hunts. The ones who outsmarted the wolves, the descendants of the clever ones, the ones who didn't give up, ones who fought back. We survived. Against all odds. Against every evolutionary disadvantage. Against 12 killers perfectly capable of ending us. Not through strength. Not through speed. Not through size. Through intelligence. Through cooperation. Through innovation. We learned to make fire. To craft better weapons. To work together. We turned caves into fortresses. Tools into weapons. Fear into strategy. Today, we walk through landscapes that once belonged to giants. We visit museums where their bones are displayed behind glass. We are the apex predator now. But every time you feel afraid in the dark, every time you check over your shoulder, every survival instinct that keeps you alive, that single quotes as your Ice Age ancestors whispering across time. Which predator would you have feared most? Drop your thoughts below. And if this made you grateful for modern safety, hit subscribe. Next week, the Ice Age predators that survived, they're still hunting today.